Hello students, in today's class we shall discuss measurement of conductivity of ionic solutions. Okay, so measurement of conductivity of ionic solutions. So here what is the meaning of conductivity? Conductivity, it is a conductance of a solution when it is 1 meter long and area of cross section is 1 meter square. So which is denoted by the symbol small letter K, or we can call it as kappa. That is conductivity. See, in order to calculate the conductivity of solution, first we need to calculate conductance of the solution. So which is represented by the symbol capital letter G, isn't it? But we also know that conductance, it is a reciprocal of resistance. So before calculating or before finding the conductance of a solution, we need to know the resistance of the solution. Okay, so first thing is that we have to measure the resistance of a solution. Now, while measuring the resistance of the solution, we generally face two problems. There are two problems may arise while measuring the resistance of the solution. That is, if in a circuit, if we use direct current DC, okay, if we use direct current, what happens? It may change the composition of the solution. The chemical composition of the solution may be altered if we use DC in a circuit. So instead, in order to avoid that problem, we have to use always AC signals, or AC power supply is used. Okay, so in order to overcome this problem, we have to use AC signals. So here alternating current, in this case the direction of the current is in both the directions, right? So in both the directions the current can flow. As a result, the composition of the solution or a chemical composition, it remains as such. If we use a direct current, what happens? Here the direction of current is only in one direction. That means in that case the solution, the composition of the solution may be changed. That is the first thing. One more thing, see, if you want to measure the resistance of any solution, so let us consider this is a solution, an electrolyte solution, maybe it is a sodium chloride solution. So in order to measure the resistance of the solution, we cannot connect it to a metallic wire. A solution cannot be connected to a metallic wire. ಹೌದಾ, ಒಂದು ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನಮಗೆ ವೈರಿಗೆ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟು ಓವರ್ಕಮ್ ದಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್, ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಹಿಯರ್, ಒನ್ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಡಿಸೈನ್ಡ್ ಸೆಲ್ which is called conductivity cell. Conductivity cell is used. Okay, so the conductivity cell, it is a cell or a device which consists of platinum electrodes. Okay, so this is a device which consists of what? Platinum electrodes. So these are all platinum electrodes which is coated with the platinum black. Okay, like this. So then inside this cell we can take any solution, electrolytic solution. So after that we can connect that particular cell to a bridge or any circuit. So by that way we can measure the resistance of that particular solution. Okay, so the first thing, while measuring the resistance of the solution, we have to use AC signals instead of DC source. The second thing is that the conductivity cell is used What is that conductivity cell? It is a specially designed cell which consists of platinum electrodes and which is coated with the platinum black, and the distance between these two electrodes, let it be L, where L denotes or represents the length between the electrodes or distance between the electrodes, and A, capital letter A, is the area of cross section. It is the area of the cross section of that electrodes, platinum electrodes. In other words, it is a area of conductivity cell. So inside this conductivity cell, we can take any solution. Then we can measure the resistance of a solution. Now, so while measuring the resistance of the solution, we have one formula, that is R is equal to, I already told in the last class, the resistance of the solution, it is directly proportional to what? Rho, resistivity, and L, where L is the distance between the electrodes and it is inversely proportional to area. Okay. Now, you can see in the expression, see, our aim is to find out the resistance of the solution. In order to find out the resistance, we need to know these three terms also. One is rho, that is resistivity, and L, and the area of the conductivity cell. So here the term, that is L by A, which is known as cell constant, which is represented by the symbol G star. What is that G star? It is a cell constant which is equal to L by A. So what is cell constant? It is a ratio of distance between the electrodes and area of cross section. So the term L by A, which is known as a cell constant. So while measuring the resistance of the solution, we need to know the cell constant of that particular cell. What is that cell constant? It is L by A ratio. That means the distance between these two electrodes and area of cross section. If you measure the ratio, that is L by A ratio, if we cell constant can be calculated. Once we know the value of this cell constant, we can find out the resistance. So how this cell constant can be calculated? For that, so in order to measure the cell constant of particular conductivity cell, we need to take a reference solution. So generally we use potassium chloride solution as a reference electrode, whose conductivity, that is K, kappa, is already known at various concentrations and at different temperatures. So our aim is to find out the resistance, okay, because we need to calculate the conductivity of any ionic solution. So directly we cannot calculate the conductivity. In order to find out or calculate the conductivity or to measure the conductivity of any solution, we need to know the term called conductance, G. So the conductance, it is a reciprocal of resistance. So we are calculating the resistance of the solution. In order to measure the resistance, we need to find out the cell constant of the conductivity cell. What is that cell constant? It is L by A ratio. So L by A ratio, to calculate the L by A ratio of this conductivity cell, we need to fill this cell with any reference solution. So in most of the cases, we use potassium chloride KCl solution as a standard solution, whose conductivity, that the conductivity of potassium chloride solution is already known. Based on the experimental results, the K value, that is the conductivity of potassium chloride, is already known. Once the value of K is known, we can write, I'll write here, we know that R is equal to rho into L by A. We can also write like this. What is resistivity? It is a reciprocal of conductivity. I can write like this, 1 by K, which is equal to rho, isn't it? So this is the case, R is equal to L by K into A, or I can write like this, L by A is a cell constant, that is G star by K. So what is resistance? Resistance is equal to G star divided by K. Okay, so to calculate G star, that is cell constant, we have the value of K because we took potassium chloride solution as a reference solution whose conductivity K is already known. By knowing the conductivity of potassium chloride solution, we can measure what? The resistivity, which is a reciprocal of conductivity, and also we can calculate the resistance because we can calculate the cell constant. What is cell constant? It is L by A. So in order to calculate the cell constant, here potassium chloride solution is taken whose conductivity K is already known at various concentrations and at different temperatures. So once the K value is known, we can measure the resistance. We can directly calculate the resistance by using a formula. So once the resistance and conductivity of potassium chloride solution is known, we can find out the cell constant of that particular cell, isn't it? So once we know the resistance R and conductivity, because it is a potassium chloride solution whose conductivity as well as resistance is already known. So by substituting these two terms, that is resistance and conductivity, one can calculate or one can measure the cell constant. Now we have cell constant, that is L by ratio of this conductivity cell. Okay, now using that cell constant or using that particular conductivity cell whose cell constant is already calculated, we can use it, we can use the same cell, we can use the same conductivity cell for what? For measuring the resistance of any other solution, any other than potassium chloride. If any ionic solution is given to you, then we can calculate or we can measure the resistance of the solution by making use of a special type of bridge called Wheaton's bridge. Okay, so now let us discuss about Wheaton's network or Wheaton's bridge. What is this Wheaton's bridge or Wheaton's network? You have studied that particular concept in your physics class, I think so. So that is Wheaton's bridge. Wheaton's bridge. See, this is the setup, experimental setup of Wheaton's bridge, like this. Okay, so here these are all the resistance boxes. This is R1, where R1 is a variable resistance. You can vary the resistance, or you can choose a different values for resistance. So variable resistance, this is variable resistance, and this is R2, and here we use conductivity cell. Okay, so what is that conductivity cell? It is a specially designed cell. Inside the conductivity cell, we have our solution whose resistance has to be determined. We need to find out the resistance of that particular solution. That means here R2 is an unknown resistance. Unknown. We don't know the value. It is unknown resistance. Clear? So here R1 is a variable resistance box, whereas R2, it is a conductivity cell. This is conductivity cell whose cell constant is already determined. How? We have already calculated the cell constant by taking inside the conductivity cell a potassium chloride solution. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಉಂಟಾ? ಕಂಡಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಸೆಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲಾಟಿನಮ್ ಇಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಡ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಅದರ ಲೆಂತ್ ಇಷ್ಟು ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏರಿಯಾ ಇಷ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ದ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಸೆಲ್ ವಿ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಟುಕ್ ಪೊಟ್ಯಾಷಿಯಂ ಕ್ಲೋರೈಡ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್, ಹೌದಾ? ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್. ಅದರ ಕೆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ, ಕಂಡಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಬೈ ನೋಯಿಂಗ್ ದ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ವಿ ಮೆಷರ್ಡ್ ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್. Cell constant, that is L by A. If it is in meters, for example, it is 2 meters, this is in meters square. So the value will be, this is in meter, it will be in meter square. So per meter. Or if it is in centimeters, then whatever the answer you will get, it will be in centimeter inverse. So that is a value of cell constant. So already we have calculated the cell constant of that particular conductivity cell. The same conductivity cell is placed here. So inside the conductivity cell, now we have another solution. The resistance of that solution is unknown. That we have to calculate, or we have to measure the resistance of that particular solution. Clear, no? Okay, next R3. This is R3, this is R4. They are the resistance boxes. And one more, here we use a detector, or it is a headphone. This is a detector or a headphone, and this is, here we have to use AC signals instead of what? DC source. So see, here it is AC source. Now this is a circuit which is called Wheaton's bridge or Wheaton's network. It consists of variable resistance box R1 and a conductivity cell whose resistance is unknown. Let it be R2, and R3 and R4 are the resistance boxes, 2 other resistance boxes. Okay, and where P is a detector or a headphone. Now before we starting the experiment, the circuit must be balanced. Wheaton's bridge balance ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಹೇಗೆ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗೋದು? So we are supplying current here, AC signals, AC power ಅಥವಾ AC current ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಎರಡೂ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು. ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಈ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು. ಈಗ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ರೈಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್, ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆದರೆ DC ಆದರೆ ಅದು ಒಂದೇ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವು DC ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ? ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕಂಡಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಸೆಲ್ ಒಳಗೆ ತಗೊಂಡಿರುವಂತಹ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ನ ಕಾಂಪೋಸಿಷನ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಇಫ್ ಯು ಯೂಸ್ DC, because in one direction, in the same direction current will flow. That's why here we are using AC signals. In both the directions current will flow. So what happens after supplying a current, it flows through the circuit. When in this bridge, when there is no current flows through the circuit, at that time the circuit is said to be balanced. ಸೊ ಈ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಜಾಕಿ ಹೆಡ್ಫೋನ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಹೆಡ್ಫೋನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್, ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ತೆಗಿಬೇಕು, ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿನ AC ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡುವಾಗ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ಸೌಂಡ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೆಡ್ಫೋನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತದ, ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ there is no current flowing in the circuit. That time circuit is said to be balanced. So by applying Wheaton's principle that is there in your physics syllabus, so we can write here, see, I'll write like this, R1. After the circuit is balanced, we can write R1 divided by, or R1 by R4, which is equal to R2 divided by R3, where R2 is unknown resistance. We need R2 because R2 it is an unknown resistance, where we took conductivity cell. Inside the conductivity cell we have a solution, so we can write R2. What is R2? R2 is equal to R1 into R3 divided by R4. So by this way we can measure the resistance of the solution. First thing, you need to know the cell constant of the conductivity cell which you are using in this experiment. So the cell constant is measured by taking potassium chloride solution inside the conductivity cell first. So after knowing the cell constant, we can use the same cell for measuring the resistance of any other solution. So here we have measured the resistance of this particular solution by knowing the values R1, R1 and R3 divided by R4. Okay, so once we calculate the resistance of the solution, we can measure the conductance. So R, which is equal to 1 by G, reciprocal of conductance. So resistance, if we know the value of resistance, automatically we can find out the conductance of that particular solution which is there inside the conductivity cell. In other words, if we know the conductance of that solution, we can measure the conductivity. What is conductivity? It is nothing but conductance only, isn't it? So conductance, conductivity, it is nothing but conductance of a solution when it is 1 meter long and area of cross section is 1 meter square. That is a difference. So this is the measurement of, this is about measurement of conductivity of ionic solutions. Okay, one more important topic, that is molar conductivity. So that is called molar conductivity. So what is this molar conductivity? Molar conductivity. It is denoted by the symbol lambda m. So lambda, if you write like this, it is a capital letter lambda. If you write a small letter lambda, it will be like this, lambda. This is a capital letter of lambda. Okay, what is molar conductivity? Now, if you consider a solution, I will consider sodium chloride solution. The electrolyte present here is NaCl. So I will consider 1 mole. I will take 1 mole of NaCl. 1 mole. 1 mole of sodium chloride. What is 1 mole of sodium chloride? We know that 1 mole of sodium chloride, it contains what? Avogadro number of Na plus ions as well as Avogadro number of, that is 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 number of Na plus ions as well as the same number of Cl, chloride minus ions are present. So this is 1 mole of sodium chloride. Now 1 mole of sodium chloride produces Avogadro number of what? Na plus ions as well as Avogadro number of chloride ions. Now, whatever the conductivity is there, the conductivity, molar conductivity, it is a conductivity of a solution which contains 1 mole of the electrolyte. Okay, what is conductance? On the solution in a conductance and it is a capacity of that particular solution to conduct electricity, or ability of a solution to conduct electricity. A particular solution electricity conduct ಮಾಡುವಂತ capacity ಅನ್ನು conductance ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುದು, isn't it? Now conductivity means conductivity. What is the difference between conductance and conductivity? Conductivity ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ the distance or the solution, the length, it will be 1 meter, or if area is 1 meter square, or the length or the distance of the solution is 1 centimeter, then area is 1 centimeter square. Unit, we have to consider unit volume. Unit volume. In that case, number of ions present which are responsible for carrying the current. That is, in other words, conductivity. So conductivity, it is a conductance of a solution when it is 1 meter long and area of cross section is 1 meter square. Here it is a molar conductivity. So in case of molar conductivity, it is a conductivity of the ions which is produced from 1 mole of electrolyte. If you take 1 mole of sodium chloride or 1 mole of any other electrolytes, it produces what? Avogadro number of corresponding ions. So due to the presence of all these ions, okay, due to the presence of all these ions, whatever the conductance or a conductivity you will get here, that is nothing but molar conductivity. So what is the definition of molar conductivity? It is a conductivity of a solution containing 1 mole of the electrolyte, or it is a conductivity of a solution produced from 1 mole of electrolyte. So symbol used is lambda m, that is molar conductivity. What is the formula? Molar conductivity, it is lambda m is equal to K by C. Very, very important formula. Lambda m is equal to K by C, where K or kappa is conductivity and C is concentration. Now what is molar conductivity? It is a conductivity due to all the ions produced from 1 mole of electrolyte. Now let us calculate the unit of molar conductivity. So we have molar conductivity is equal to K by C. Note, this is required while solving the problems. Okay. So if K, kappa or conductivity is in Siemens meter inverse, we know the unit of conductivity, isn't it? So if the unit of conductivity is in Siemens meter inverse and the concentration, it is given if it is in mole per meter cube. So see, mole per liter, what does it mean? Mole per liter. We know that for 1 liter 1000 ml, which is equal to 1000 cm cube, we can convert centimeter cube to meter cube. So if the concentration is given in terms of mole per meter cube, then what is the unit of molar conductivity? So we can substitute here K is in Siemens meter inverse. If the concentration is given in terms of mole per meter cube, so the unit is Siemens meter, it becomes meter square per mole. Okay, that is the first note. Second note or point, if K is in Siemens centimeter inverse and concentration is given in mole per cm cube, then what is the unit of molar conductivity? Lambda m is equal to Siemens centimeter inverse divided by mole cm to the power minus 3, which is equal to Siemens centimeter square per mole. Okay. So the molar conductivity lambda m is equal to K by C. So based on that we have problems. So now let us solve 2 more problems. Okay. Okay, let us consider the first problem, that is resistance of a conductivity cell filled with 0.1 mole per liter potassium chloride solution is 100 ohms. That means inside the conductivity cell they have kept potassium chloride solution whose concentration is given, that is 0.1 mole per liter. And the resistance of that solution is 100 ohms. Okay. if the resistance of the same cell, the conductivity cell is same, the same cell when it is filled with one more potassium chloride solution whose concentration is 0.02 mole per liter. That time the resistance of potassium chloride solution is found to be 520 ohms. Calculate the conductivity and molar conductivity of 0.02 mole per liter potassium chloride solution and the conductivity of 0.1 mole per liter potassium chloride solution is 1.29 Siemens per meter. Now we have two solutions, isn't it? So I'll write the first is that is potassium chloride solution with the concentration 0. Let it be C1. It is 0.1 mole per liter. And the resistance of that particular solution R1, it is 100 ohms. Okay. Then if the resistance of the same cell when filled with 0. That means that is another solution whose concentration is 0.02 mole per liter. Okay. The resistance is 520 ohms. Calculate the conductivity and molar conductivity of 0.02 mole per liter potassium chloride solution. We need to find out the conductivity of this particular solution as well as its molar conductivity lambda. Okay, and what is given? The conductivity of 0.1 mole per liter potassium chloride solution is, this is a conductivity value K1, this is K2, let it be K2. So K1 is given, that is 1.29 Siemens meter inverse. We need to calculate the conductivity of this particular solution. The conductivity cell is the same. In both the case, the conductivity cell is same, but in the first case we took 0.1 mole per liter potassium chloride solution, and in another case we took 0.02 mole per liter of potassium chloride solution. In both the case, concentration is different and the resistance is also different, but the common thing is that the cell constant is the same because the same cell is used in both the cases. Now, for that we need to calculate the cell constant value first because they have not given. So, what is the formula? Cell constant. Cell constant, which is denoted by the symbol G star, which is equal to R into resistance, R resistance into conductivity, isn't it? So, cell constant, it is given by R into K. Now, what is the resistance value? We have two resistance values, and what is the conductivity? So, now let us calculate the cell constant in this case because we have a resistance value as well as the same conductivity of that particular solution that is given. So, now let us calculate the cell constant. It is R resistance 100 into 1.29. So, what is the value? It is 129. Yes. 129. What is a unit? Since resistance is in ohms and kappa, that is conductivity, is in Siemens meter inverse, but the cell constant we know that it is L by A. L by A. So, since the conductivity is in meters, that means meter divided by meter square, it is meter inverse per meters. So, this is a cell constant. The same value can be used in both the cases because the cell conductivity cell is same. So, cell constant value is 129 meter inverse. Now, let us calculate the conductivity of second solution, that is K2. So, we have the formula here, K is equal to G star divided by resistance. So, what is G star? Cell constant? It is 129 divided by resistance of the second solution, it is 520. So, answer, calculate the answer here. I don't have a calculator. So, I'll directly write the answer. This is 0.24 0.248, that is the conductivity of the second solution. What is the unit? See, this is a conductivity in the first case. What is the unit? Siemens meter inverse. So here also the conductivity, that is a cell constant in meter inverse. So the unit is Siemens meter inverse. Okay. So we have calculated the conductivity of this solution. Now let us calculate the molar conductivity. So what is the formula? Molar conductivity, lambda m is equal to K by C. So right here we have a question, right? So lambda m is equal to K by C. What is our value? K, because we are calculating the molar conductivity of second solution, so that in that case we need to consider the same conductivity value. It is 0.248. It is in Siemens meter inverse. Okay, and divided by concentration, it is 0.02 mole per liter. So we need to convert liters to meters. So we know that we know that 1 liter is equal to 1000 ml, which is also equal to 1000 cm cube, centimeter cube. Okay, now since 0.02 mole in per liters in 1 liter, so we have 1 liter which is equal to 1000 cm cube, but we need liters in terms of meters. Why? Because in the numerator we have a Siemens meter inverse, so we need to calculate. If it is in centimeters, then directly we can write 1 liter as 10 to the power 3. But since the numerator value is in meters, we need to calculate. We have to convert this liter to meters. So now 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. We need in terms of centimeter to the power 3. So 1 meter cube, which is equal to its cube, 100 like this cm cube. So what is the value? 1 meter cube, which is equal to 10 to the power, how much? 100 into 100 into 100, 10 to the power 6 cm cube. That means we have 1 liter which is equal to 1000 cm cube, or 10 to the power 3. I'll write like this, 10 to the power 3 cm cube. That is 1 liter is equal to 10 to the power, wait, okay, now 1 meter cube is equal to this much. So if 10 to the power 3 cm cube is 10 to the power 3 cm cube, how much in meters? So we can cross multiply here. We get 10 to the power 3 divided by 10 to the power 6, which is equal to 10 to the power minus 3 meter cube. That means 1 liter which is equal to 1000 cm cube, which is equal to 10 to the power minus 3 meter cube. So now before substituting this answer, I'll directly convert concentration in terms of meters. So let us write concentration which is equal to 0.0. So if it is in molarity, if the concentration given in terms of molarity, so what is the formula? Molarity is equal to number of moles. In the numerator you have a number of moles divided by volume of the solution in liters. In same way, I'll write here, see 0.02, that is a number of moles divided by volume of the solution in liters, but liters have converted into meter cube, so it becomes divided by 10 to the power minus 3. So which is equal to 0.02 divided by 10 to the power minus 3, which is equal to 20 moles per meter cube. So that means molar conductivity in the numerator we have a 0.248 Siemens meter inverse. So which is equal to 0.248 divided by, now mole per liter, it is equal to 20 moles per meter cube divided by 20. So what is the answer? Calculate the answer here. That is a molar conductivity value, that is 0.248 divided by 20, which is equal to, I'll directly write the answer, 0.0124. 124, that is a molar conductivity. What is the unit? Siemens. See if it is, denominator is in moles per meter cube. So the answer is in Siemens meter square per mole. So very important formula, lambda m equal to K by C. What is the answer? 0.0124 Siemens meter square per mole. That is about first problem. Now let us consider the second one. What is the question? The electrical resistance of a column of 0.05 mole per liter sodium hydroxide solution of diameter 1 centimeter and length 50 centimeter is 5.55 into 10 to the power 3 ohms. Calculate its resistivity, conductivity and molar conductivity. So now let us consider the second problem. The electrical resistance, what is given? Given electrical resistance R. What is the value of R? That is 5.55 into 10 to the power 3 ohms of a column of concentration 0.05 mole per liter of diameter, let us write small letter d, which is 1 centimeter, and length is 50 centimeter. Calculate resistivity and conductivity and also molar conductivity. Okay, now read the question again. The electrical resistance of a column of 0.05 mole per liter sodium hydroxide solution of diameter is 1 centimeter and the length is 50 centimeter. What we have to calculate? The resistivity and conductivity. We know that conductivity is a reciprocal of resistivity. Once we calculate the conductivity value, we can directly calculate the resistivity. And finally, if we know the value of K, that is conductivity, later we can calculate the molar conductivity. Okay. Now, column. So what is this column? The electrical resistance of one column is given whose a diameter. So this is a circular column where the diameter is 1 centimeter and the length is 50 centimeter. Now, we can calculate the area because in order to calculate the cell constant, that is L by A, we have length here but area is not given. So first we need to calculate the area of the column, which is equal to pi into r square, isn't it? So what is the value? 3.14 radius, but diameter is given, it is 1 centimeter. So what is the radius value? 0.5 square. Okay. So the area is, it is 0.785 centimeter square. Okay. So this is area. Now we can calculate the what? Resistivity. So we have R, resistance is equal to rho into L divided by A. Resistance R is given and L is also there and A, area is known. We can directly calculate the resistivity. So rho is equal to R into A divided by L. So what is the value of R resistance? It is 5.55 into 10 to the power 3 into area, it is 0.785 divided by 50. So find out the answer here. Resistivity, which is equal to, what is the answer? It is 87.135. Since the numerator, that is a resistance, its unit is ohm, it is in centimeter square, area divided by centimeter, will get ohm centimeters. Now let us calculate the conductivity. So what is the conductivity? Conductivity K, kappa is equal to 1 by rho. It is a reciprocal of resistivity. So 1 divided by 87.135, 1 divided by, it is equal to 0.01148 Siemann centimeter inverse. Siemann centimeter inverse. Okay. Next, calculate the molar conductivity. So molar conductivity, lambda m is equal to K by C. Conductivity, it is in centimeter, Siemann centimeter inverse, and we have a concentration, it is given in terms of liters. Convert liters to centimeters. That is concentration 0.05. So number of moles divided by volume of the solution. If it is in terms of molarity, then what is the formula? Number of moles of the solute divided by volume of the solution in liters. So here per liter, that means we need in terms of centimeters, right? So 1 liter, which is equal to 1000 ml, which is also equal to 1000 cm cube. So directly I will write 10 to the power 3. Yes or no? So 0.05 divided by 10 to the power 3, which is equal to 5 into 10 to the power minus 5. Okay. 5 into 10 to the power minus 5 moles. This is in cm cube, centimeter to the power minus 3. So directly we can substitute here. We have a conductivity, that is 0.01148 divided by 5 into 10 to the power minus 5. Okay. So calculate the answer here. So molar conductivity is 0.01148 divided by 5 into 10 to the power minus 5. Okay. So this is in terms of Siemann centimeter square per mole. Write down the answer here. Okay. So this is about the second problem. Next we shall discuss about variation of conductivity and molar conductivity in the next class. Thank you.